What's cracking, everybody? XehrFelrose here, bringing you some Pokemon Go Battle League content. And in today's video, we're going to be sending off the Retro Cup in glorious fashion with this shoutcast of Trainer Bosch 2018, who you have seen on the channel before. Needs no introduction. The gentleman is running Oranguru on the save swap with a Kingdra Frostlass core. Now, he did also let me know as we get into these battles here that he is indeed he changed this lead in the second set that he submitted. We're running Dunsparce as well, so both of these are totally fine. We know Dunsparce from many battles in this cup so far is just a very strong Pokemon. Already looking to catch a move here on the Como-O's Dragon Claw on the Oranguru. Oranguru is just an incredibly strong save swap. Medicham and Deoxys, however, are fairly good responses to it because of those counters. Hopefully gonna resist this Psychic, so that's not gonna take it out. Gonna go for the foul play here for some chip damage, and then I imagine the Kingdra probably comes in and farms down here. I'm not gonna change the graphic halfway through this, honestly, so you just know ahead of time there's going to be a Dunsparce popping in here at some point, which is totally fine. Frostlass just comes in now. Now that's an interesting point, and I think that the Dunsparce makes a good point here because you see things that it just core breaks all over, so it's very tempting to run. I actually like it a lot myself in this meta, but Frostlass, oh dude, that farm down is ridiculous. There's absolutely nothing that can withstand this kind of a farm down. He's going to get his shield back and then some. Avalanche gets the shield off this crust. There's a crustle on the screen. Oh, you farm this down for sure. Going straight for the Octazooka. I think here, personally, completely honest, I would have gone for the Outrage here just to guarantee that shield or the damage. But that's totally fine. Now the Frostlass can... Oh, dude, you got to get the two Avalanches. Can you get there? No, he doesn't get there, but he gets the farm down. That's going to be a good game. Whew. Starting it off with a quick but very close game. Oh, my goodness. So this is another one of those leads where that Dunsparce could have been in handy. I think that might... See things like this, it makes you want to switch. Goes to catch the Shadow Ball, resisted Shadow Ball, rather, and gets it. Nice catch, Trainer. Dunsparce is going to come in, and Dunsparce has to do at least a couple moves. Now, unfortunately, that Dunsparce threw a move with bad timing, allowing a whole confusion to get through, making this a much easier situation to let this future sight loose. Now, yeah, absolutely. With good timing, too. Two confusions is the good timing there into that move. So, opponent does know they can probably farm down now, but I mean, it doesn't matter. Dude, Kingdra's going to come down and mow through this thing with Dragon Breath. Dragon Breath is just so strong in this meta because nothing resists it. With all that energy from earlier, from before the catch, going to be a nice, easy Octazooka. Oh, you get the shield with the Octazooka? Oh, that's beautiful. That is gorgeous. The opponent was not counting the Dragon Breath, which, to be fair, is a very difficult thing to do. But with two shields, Frostlass doesn't matter what it is. Frostlass probably destroys it, unless it's Litleo. Then we got a problem. But I highly doubt the trainer's running Litleo. Avalanches from this Frostlass on the Lickitung. I mean, two of those just about KOs the Lickitung. And Lickitung can really only throw Power Whip here. Otherwise, all the damage is through the licks. So get that farm down. Throw the move into the goodness gracious. Throw the move into the next Pokemon before just take it out. Doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter. You get two shields. That's it. We're done. You shield twice. You don't even need to shield once. You go for the Shadow Ball and just clap the Jellicent, and we have our first kaboom in this video here, ladies and gentlemen. Frostlass taking out that Jellicent in spectacular fashion. Two shield flexing on the opponent, who just is in shambles after that Frostlass just destroyed everything. Well played. Alright, so this trainer's name was reset. You saw that. Kingdra into a Dunsparce lead. This is kind of awkward because you can't really swap into the Frost. You can't really swap out because you have Frostlass. Frostlass essentially has to be set up with a really nice farm down before you can think about swapping out. But the opponent decides to come in with their own Frostlass here, and this is an interesting idea. So I never know. Like, they never shield, right? So I almost think you just go for the Octazooka, or not the Octazooka. I think you just go for the Outrage anyway, right? Completely delete the Frostlass from the equation. But anyway, with that attack drop to the Avalanches, do nothing. You just farm this down. Oh, that's just... goodness. You just farm this all the way down. The Avalanches hardly do anything. But there's two of them is enough to leave this Oranguru, the monkey, within a good, decent farm down range. Being able to go for two foul plays here is really nice. Especially because they might have even shielded that. One away. One away, couldn't quite get to the future sight. So I'm going to go ahead and throw another foul play. The opponent does decide to shield that one up, but they've got a ton of energy. And honestly, in hindsight, you could have gotten to that future sight. But if they shield it anyway, it doesn't really matter, right? So I'm going to let this go. Going to put all the faith into the Frostlass with a shield advantage, and because it's Jellicent, now you know you can. You honestly, you can just go straight for Shadow Ball if you time these moves right. They're just going straight Surf, which is fine. That Kingdra is there in case we need to use it as a swap catch later, but I don't really know if you really need to. The opponent is going to have to shield this, or they just lose the Jellicent. And the opponent does shield, but they're already almost at another Shadow Ball, right? You can literally just throw the next move immediately, get the Shadow Ball. The opponent cannot catch yet. Going to shield at the Surf, and that's fine. But they've got 2 Surfs loaded, which is not great. Is this Surf? This Surf's not enough to KO, right? No, definitely not. Going to go for a few more fast moves. Taking that super effective Hex damage is really risky, but being able to make sure that you come out of this matchup with enough damage to get to an Avalanche, and we're going to get on the Jellicent, an Avalanche is going to take out the next, like, 3 HP of this Dunsparce. That's got, like, 15 probably. So good game, well played. Getting into the next battle here, we've got our Kingdra against the Dunsparce yet again. These Dunsparces are everywhere, and to be honest, I mean, for good reason. Dunsparce is very strong. There's a team floating around from Human Catcher Bug who we made earlier, like almost a week ago at this point. I think he made it on Friday. Of Dunsparce Double Ghost, and that team just rips. Now, I think you definitely... I don't know, man. I always feel like you just go for the Outrage, but like every time I say that, he gets a debuff or something, and it's like, jeez. It's just better not to say anything, I guess. But, alright, so opponent's going to come in with Frostlass, and he's looking to go for the Octazooka before getting farmed down, and just barely gets there with 1 turn of spare time. Going to be able to get this Octazooka off. The opponent doesn't shield that either, because why would they? And they get the debuff again. I wish I could get debuffs half the time. I don't. I never get them. It sucks. The opponent goes for the Shadow Ball, which is resisted. Trainer, you definitely want to be going for the Avalanche in this situation. Farmed all the way down. There's a Jellicent in the back that is not going to appreciate these foul plays. With pretty good timing, honestly. Going for this foul play here. And Baj 2018 is just... He's leaving the opponents in just ruins. Pieces. I said shambles like 5 times in the last video, so... Trying to calm that one down. You pick up sayings once in a while, you just kind of stick to them. But foul play is going to get eaten by that Dunsparce. The Frostlass haven't even hit the field yet. The opponent doesn't even know it's back there. And now Frostlass comes in and is just with 2 shields going to be able to just go for these Shadow Balls, no problem, with immediate, not even waiting. Not even waiting. Gets the shield off the Jellicent, and easily 2 shields and gets to the next Shadow Ball, and I'm pretty sure that's going to be a good game there. So, well played, but Jellicent's just not able to stand up to an extra shield against Frost. Yeah, you shield this up and go for the CMP, and you're done. That's it. And you know what? We're going to boom a 3rd Frostlass into... goodness. We're going to boom a 3rd Jellicent, taking a Shadow Ball from Frostlass. Bye-bye. Well played. Going into the next battle, we've got our Kingdra. Goodness, do I just get the same lead every... Dude, there's so many Dunsparces. Where are they coming from? Another Dunsparce. Dunsparce. Okay, well, Drill Run's going to come through. Man, I'm going to be like shoutcasting the same thing over and over. All right, so we're going to go for the Outrage. Nope, still going to go for the Octazooka. Does he get another debuff? Probably. Because, man... Now I know where all my debuff luck is going. He gets a shield too, which is nice. Oh, so he gets a shield, but no debuff this time. All right. At least there's still a net gain from this Octazooka. Drill Run is almost going to take out the Kingdra. Kingdra just playing it out and letting it go down. Oranguru is going to come in to try and farm this thing down. With this energy, this might be impactful. Again, if this is double Ghost, like just about every other single time we've played this Dunsparce lead, then we're good. No, it's a Deoxys. We've got a different team this time. Also, in case you're ever in that situation and you've got a Dunsparce and both your Drill Run and your Rock Slide are super effective, go for the Drill Run. It does slightly more damage for the exact same amount of energy. So we're going to shield up a Rock Slide here. Not a lot of Deoxys in this cup are running the Rock Slide, but it's always something that's worth keeping in mind when you're playing an Ice type like Frostlass, because that will hurt. It still does damage. Frostlass's Avalanche is going to go through, take out the Deoxys before they get to another move. Very nice on the overfarm there. Able to get some extra energy before taking out the opponent's excuse me, deoxys. Dunsparce is going to come in. The Rock Slide comes through and able to farm down. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. And the opponent leaves. They're done. I don't even know what was in the back, but they're like, nah, dude, we're done. All right. So now we've got the Dunsparce lead. We got some sets with the Dunsparce lead. So Venusaur in the lead. This is two Pokemon that are really good in the back that have good matchups into Venusaur. And ideally, what we could do here is potentially leave with either a lot of farm on the Frostlass, or flip switch entirely and lock Frostlass onto the Venusaur. So we're gonna see how Baj wants to go through this. He gets the attack drop on the Moonblast, dude. That is so unlucky. That is so unlucky. Foul Play does a lot of damage to Crest, though. Like, considering how bulky Crest is, that's a lot of damage to me. Do we fight for Switch? Nah, there's no reason to fight for Switch here. Kingdra can just come in, farm down, and I forgot, we're not playing Kingdra anymore, dude. Oh, Dunsparce is going to come in. I don't know if you can really farm this down, but that would be a heck of a farm down if you do, I suppose. Moonblast will do some damage to the Dunsparce, but, you know, it's no Future Sight, that's for sure. If you know, you know. Moonblast is going to do another chunk off this Dunsparce. Baj is committing to the hardest farm down of his entire Pokemon Go career just to fire these drill runs off at this Venusaur. I respect it. These drill runs are going to do some damage here. I would probably still go for, because you know the Venusaur has no energy, I would probably still go for that one rollout in between there. But with two shields, I mean, at this point, the opponent's got to throw. So he throws the Rock Slide just in case they try to catch a drill run. Very nice planning there. Opponent does have to shield that up. The opponent has probably two charge moves by now. And this Venusaur is just ready. It's just ready. But they're throwing, yeah, they have two charge moves, so we're going to throw them both. This slight farm, he's letting it, hold up, he's letting it go. And the opponent has a Frostlass in the back. The only way I think you win this is if, you know, you have enough of an energy advantage, you just go straight Shadow Ball and just hope that the, they don't even, dude, oh my goodness, they just like, I'm going to call a bait. With that much energy, you don't call a bait. Like, they go for Shadow Ball if they're ahead on energy. That's just how it goes, all right? Aurora's lead against the Dunsparce. This is a really good lead. The opponent swaps out and goes straight into a Haxorus, which is running Dragon Tail. Dude, Dragon Tail Haxorus, low-key, is so good in this cup. And I was playing with it this week in some of my coaching sessions with my students, which, if you're looking for coaching, you can find me on Medify. And if you want to become a patron of mine, a lot of awesome perks and exclusive content for the Discord that is subbed to me via Patreon. You can find those links in the description. Also, if you'd like to get your battle shoutcasted by yours truly, I have a form you can fill out, Google form in the description, that you can fill out and submit the battles anyway. So, Frostlass is going to come in. We're trying to get that farm down, but not quite. Haxorus is just letting us have it here. Haxorus is so strong, dude. So, Oranguru farms down, but is not going to be able to get the farm down before a Breaking Swipe comes through. Could be an Ice Slash, honestly. No, it's a Breaking Swipe. So now the Oranguru is you're in a bad way against the Aurorus. Nothing lands one Meteor Beam. Oh my goodness, he wants to catch the Meteor Beam. Resets the debuff, catches the, it's a Weather Ball. Oh, that is best case scenario, and they come in with a Toxapex. All right, the opponent is not gonna appreciate what's about to happen. So the Oranguru can overfarm here, go for a Future Sight, and hopefully you can use your shield here to get to a Future Sight against the Aurorus. That might be enough to KO, honestly. Future Sight, even though it's Toxapex, one-shots the rest of its health bar. The opponent throwing with terrible timing here. You have to respect it, even though it's probably just going to go straight Weather Ball. You get one more confusion. Oh my goodness, this Weather Ball is not going to be enough, is it? Nope, the Weather Ball is not enough, and we get to the Future Sight right as they're about to start getting the farm down. Future Sight's going to come through, and I'm going to give it to him again, man. Nuke gets the kaboom. Well played. So we're getting into this next battle here. We've got Dunsparce against Lickitung. This is a pretty good lead. I think Dunsparce actually loses this, if I'm honest. If I'm not mistaken, I think it loses this. Even though it double resists those licks, the drill runs, this is just such a long matchup, man. I don't really think that you can swap out here because, again, you've got that Frostlass in the back. We don't want to be tanking all those super effective licks despite the energy really not going anywhere. So he's going to immediately swap into the Oranguru, trying to get ahead on energy and taking still resisted licks. The body slams don't really do a whole lot of damage at this point. Like, they still do some, but not a ton. And their best response here is going to be the Lantern, which we're going to go for the Future Sight to try and get a lot of HP off of this Lantern, thinking maybe we're going for foul play. Future Sight hits the Lantern really hard and is now going to easily leave it in a nice farm down range for anything. If the Thunderbolt even KOs here, which it does not, so the confusion registers. Another confusion, 2 confusions. Spark is not enough. Now you get a nice extra rollout for free here from this Lantern. Goes for the move right away. Not going to be nearly enough to KO, so Dunsparce just lets it go. And now we're going to see the opponent come back in with their Lickitung, and you're still in an awkward situation where the Lickitung, you gotta hope it doesn't. This is just uncomfortable. This is just really sticky. You can't come in with the Frostlass and start farming yet. It just doesn't work so well. But the opponent may have a Frostlass of their own in the back, so we'll see who gets the advantage first. It's either shield advantage or it's, yep, there it is. It's either shield advantage or it's energy advantage. So we're going to see Baj immediately goes for the Avalanche here. I think his only win condition is going to be if the opponent either goes straight for the, they don't even catch. I mean, this is why you don't bait, to be honest. I know why he did it. And the opponent baits right back. Oh, goodness. All right. So, because this is the opponent's final Pokemon, at some point there's a chance that because of 2 shields on either side, there will be an opportunity to catch a move. That will be the only way that Baj is going to be able to take this game. Let's see if he can pull it off, because these Avalanches or all these Frostlasses are throwing. You just go for the Shadow Ball, man, honestly. Goodness gracious. I don't know. I mean, the opponents, in this situation, the opponents are sitting here expecting a bait, so you might as well go for it. Shield. Oh, you've got a shield. The opponent's probably got 2 moves. Oh, this is going to be close. Lets it go. Are we saving the shield for Dunsparce to come in and farm down? Yes, we are. Goes for the Rock Slide with 1 HP and a Dream. Going to get off this Rock Slide and toss it at that Frostlass. Get out of here, Frostlass. Good game. Goodness. All right, next one, we've got another Lickitung lead. Probably going to play this on not much the same way, maybe eventually try to go into the Oranguru. Honestly, in this cup, you could probably assume that if there's not a if there's not a Frostlass in the lead, it's probably in the back. I think just about every team in the Retro Cup is running a Frostlass, just about. If not that, it's a Lantern, or both. Sometimes you see both. So, Drill Run is going to connect, and we're still going to be here for a while. Looking to catch a move on Oranguru, the opponent throws with terrible timing. Unfortunately for them, a whole confusion then sneaks through. Power Whip does slightly more damage than the Body Slam, and the opponent's going to come in with the Frostlass. And this, however, was the mistake because they're going to have to shield these foul plays. Now, I'm pretty sure that because of the energy lead that Baj has, he's going to be able to get to a second foul play before the opponent's going to be able to get to another Avalanche. And they're, again, throwing with terrible timing, let entire confusions through. That kind of stuff loses games, to be honest. If you're a 2-turn user, right, 2-turn move being these Powder Snows from Frostlass, against a confusion user, you want to be throwing on the odd confusions, 1, 3, 5, 7, etc., to guarantee that you are getting a move off in the middle of the confusion rather than letting a whole free one through. It's better to give them only 2 turns of energy and damage rather than 4. So, like, if you get, like, someone with a Volt Switch or something, like, letting a whole move through is going to be very detrimental. It can flip matchups in ways that you just don't want. So, move timing is critical to be able to make these legend climbs and pushes that everyone, you know, these people, I wouldn't say everyone, that people make every season. That's a crucial skill, and, you know, I already showed my coaching for this video. I'm not going to do it again, but I'm a very good person to learn it from because I know it very well, so I'll just leave it at that. Anyway, the opponent comes in with a Lickitung, and with 2 shields, this Frostlass just destroys everything. Honestly, can easily overfarm here. Gonna go for the Avalanche, and then easily gets to a Shadow Ball against the Toxapex in the back to take this game, and that's going to be it. Very well played. Good game. All right, we're going to hit up the next battle here. We got Dunsparce into a Dragonite. That's some spice, boy. So Dragonite doesn't really appreciate the Rock Slides, going straight for Dragon Claw here. They're not going to build up to the superpower, so Baj is going to opt not to shield this at all and go for the Overfarm. The opponent tries to catch a Rock Slide, but instead they're going to catch a Drill Run and these hands. I think that we just play this out. Nope, you're going to go for the Oranguru. Now that we're locked in the matchup, I think this is a lot safer for the Oranguru to just come in and just... Where can I find opponents that throw with this kind of timing? Because I guarantee you I will never find them. We're in like expert ELO range, and people are... You know what? I will give the trainers the benefit of the doubt. I have had some terrible visual lag the last, like, week. And I have had so many times where my moves are thrown on alignment when they don't look like they're supposed to be. So the opponent could very well be having issues like that. So I will give him that. But honestly, at least 2 confusions gone through in that matchup by itself. That is just not good. Future Sight's going to get a free shield off the Dragonite. And Dunsparce comes back in to throw a Rock Slide. Because Dragonite threw a Dragon Claw and dipped immediately, that means that it is not going to have the energy to deal with this Dragonite. Oh my goodness, it's not going to have the energy to deal with the Dunsparce. Swap in the Frostlass, start ripping this Dragonite to pieces. And the opponent's got a Lantern, all Bosch has to do is get the 2 Shadow Balls and we're good. The opponent's going to go straight for a Surf. You know you live 1. Easy no shield here. Surf is going to connect, but easily save the shield here for the next one. Shadow Ball 1 is going to come out. You go for the next Shadow Ball after this, and you're just chilling. This is all done, wrapped up, good game. Opponent goes for the Surf. You can easily just, I say easily, but you can let this shield go up, block the Surf. You can farm up extra if you want to. I don't really know if I like this play. I think that because of how low that Dragonite was, it might have been safer not to do this, but you know what? He's going to win the game because of it. I'll give it to him. Surf is going to get this. See, the fast move damage, you just take it out and then go for the Shadow Ball. My goodness. And that was a hectic last game. I could barely keep up. But basically, the Shadow Ball would have been enough, I think. Oh, that was the last game. What am I transitioning for? Anyway, so many thanks to Bosch 2018. You'll see him on the channel once in a while. So many thanks for the battle submission, man. Great team. Awesome gameplay. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.